What's up, guys? So got the car back from the fabrication shop. That's the hood exit. That's the dump tube right there. So today basically what I'm doing is I'm just gonna put the turbo blanket on, most likely, and I gotta replace this coupler. And I've already finished replacing, where is it? I had this for the turbo drain, so that's already replaced with a Boost Tech one. I had it ordered and it took a while to get here, but that one was leaking like crazy, so I put a Boost Tech one in there and it's not leaking. It shouldn't leak anymore. Those are pretty good quality. So now I just got to change this. And the guy I went to fabricate, he told me, like, I was gonna get a kit to weld onto here, but he said I can also drill 3/8 hole for a 3/8 fuel hose, and then you push this in and it shouldn't come off even under boost. So I think I'm gonna try that out. I'm a little nervous about doing that. I don't want to fuck up, but yeah, I might give that a try so I can at least get a temp reading instead of just letting it hang. So that's basically what I'm gonna do today. Alright, guys? Oh yeah, and also intercooler piping is all done, so you guys can see which is the way it's routed. There you go. The blow valve is right in there, if you can see it, kind of. So yeah, and that's from the turbo through here, intercooler. So it's not too bad. Everything's looking good. It's almost ready for the dyno. I just got to take care of just a very few minor things, and then it'll be ready for the dyno. Alright, guys? And obviously I'm going to make a dyno day video so you guys can see how much power it makes, puts down. Right now it's only going to get 2 non-pump gas because I only have 1000cc injectors, and I'm going to max out those thousands on E85, so there's no point of going E85 right now until I get 22s most likely. So yeah, but this is the setup, guys. Also got a turbo guard, so got a mesh screen on that. Alright, guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to change that coupler and most likely try to drill a hole in here for 3/8 fuel hose. I gotta see if I have one. I have a whole bunch of hoses in a box, so we'll see if I have one. I'll drill. If not, then I gotta go get a hose first. Alright, guys, I'll be right back. Alright, what's up, guys? So I did the turbo drain fitting, and I changed the coupler here, and as you can see, I also put the air temperature sensor in the pipe. The way to do this, so I mean, a lot of people, they get the weld kit. Look at this. I'm pulling as hard as I can. That's not coming out. What you do is you drill 3/8 hole for a 3/8 fuel hose, and then you stick in the holes, and then you gotta force that sensor in. You could use a little bit of oil if you need to, but that's the way to do it if you don't want to weld onto the pipe. If you don't want to buy the weld kit because it's more expensive than getting a 3/8 fuel hose. So there you go, guys. I mean, as you can see, that's a tight fit. I can't even turn this thing. So there you go. I think at this point I'm ready for the dyno. I'm gonna reflective tape this, gold reflective tape this, so this pipe doesn't get too hot because it's sitting right on the coolant hose. And I still got to get this thing on into here, and that's about it. But I might leave this on leave it off for the dyno, because you know, if I have any kind of like oil leaks on the drain on the top for any reason, I don't want oil getting on this because I could cause a fire. So I'm gonna make sure on the on the dyno, make sure that's not leaking. If it does leak a little bit, that means I gotta go back and fix it before I throw this on, because last thing I want is a fire in the engine bay. So yeah, guys, it's basically dyno ready at this point. I'm just gonna do some more heat protecting. So I'm gonna put some reflective tape on this hose real quick, and I think that's basically it. I don't think there's really anything else I gotta do, other than I gotta wrap the downpipe a little bit. I'm only planning to wrap the downpipe till about maybe here. There's nothing really around here that's dangerous. I mean, if this melts a little bit, I don't really care, you know. Like, honestly, I don't think it's gonna melt. It's like high strength ABS plastic. You know, this stuff doesn't melt that easily. So I'm probably only gonna wrap till about here and call it a day. I'm gonna gold reflective tape this part of the pipe, and I think we're good and we're ready for the dyno. I gotta get that front bumper on. Actually, I'm gonna leave it off for the dyno. There's no point in having a front bumper for the dyno. Finally could clean up my garage, all my tools on the floor. It's a freaking mess. Yeah, I'm pretty excited, guys. So next video will be a dyno day video, so you guys can see, you know, how much power I make. You know, I'm not the kind of person that likes to hide my power. Like, I don't care. You guys can know how much power I make. Like, I don't know why a lot of people think it's so important to, you know, have everything such a secret. You know, I'm always open with my build. If you guys have any questions, you can always hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. It doesn't matter. Just let me know what your questions are, and I'm always happy to help and answer them for you guys. I'm here to, you know, to guide other people into building cars like this. You know, especially if, you know, not everyone has the money to drop, you know, $10,000 to turbocharge a car. You know, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and lie that I didn't put that much money into the car. I mean, this is a fully built motor, and, you know, there's a lot of money went into this, but there was also a lot of mistakes that went into this car. So, you know, I spend a lot of extra money. You know, I'm always trying to find the best way to do things for a good price, and I've learned a lot, you know, over the, you know, past 6 months about, you know, especially with, like, you know, boosting higher when specific type of manifolds can't handle, you know, that kind of temperatures. You know, like my this manifold right here, it's a great manifold, but in the end of the day, it's just not designed to boost that 17 pounds of boost. You know, it's just too much heat, and in the end of the day, a manifold like that would just end up getting very, very, very hot and make the metal brittle, and it will crack. So in the end of the day, I had to go with a sidewinder setup, and here's the thing, I still want to keep it as budget as I can. You know, I'm not rich, I don't make the kind of money that people probably think I do. So I went for CX Racing manifold, and yeah, it does have a 38mm flange, and it's probably going to creep on me, who knows, but that's what I'm here for, and I'm going to test this on the dyno this Saturday, and if it does creep, well, you know, even if you buy this manifold, the manifold itself is such high quality. If it does creep on you, just chop it off right there, and you weld on 44mm wastegate, and you're basically good to go, and you shouldn't have any more creep. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a T3 manifold, so it's not like it's running a huge T4 style turbo. I mean, this is probably one of the biggest T3 turbos you can get. So, you know, it's definitely going to flow a lot, so that's why we're pretty sure it is going to creep, but we're praying it doesn't. But if it does, like I said, we're going to cut that flange off, weld the 44mm wastegate. In the end of the day, this manifold only cost me, I think it was $400 or $500. Anything else at this quality cost over $1,000, guys. Over $1,000. For the fabrication shop to make me a hood exit and to do my intercooler piping, this guy gave me an amazing price. He charged me $400. I mean, most other shops were trying to charge me almost upwards of $800 to do this, you know, to do the fabrication, and that's a lot of money. So, you know, I mean, sometimes you got to hunt around for the best prices, and that's what I did, and he did a phenomenal job. I mean, look at that. I mean, it doesn't get better than that, guys. Like, he did a really great job. My blow valve is right down there. You know, piping travels through the bottom and comes out from the side. That's right here, you know. I mean, he did a great job. So, alright guys, I'm going to basically finish up the setup. I mean, not setup, I'm going to finish up wrapping this right here. I don't know if I'm going to wrap this right now, the downpipe right now, because I really don't want to take it off the car. It's not a pain in the ass, but right now my V-band clamp is kind of not in the best condition. I recycled it off my old downpipe, so it's just, you know, it needs a new V-band, and like a whole new V-band here with a clamp. Like, it needs it. You know, it has a small leak, but it's not too bad. I can still tune it, you know. But like I said, the season's almost over. I'm just getting on the dyno so I can enjoy the last month or maybe month and a half of driving I have left. You know, I do want to take it to one event to see what it could do on the quarter mile. So that's the only reason it's going on the dyno right now. If not, I'll be waiting for next year for the bigger injectors so I can, you know, max out the setup. But for now, it's going to be tuned on pump gas. So I'm not really worried about it, you know, like, you know, during the winter, I'm definitely going to handle the whole V-band situation. There's a couple of things that I want to fix up before next year so I can max out this turbo all the way to whatever it's capable of making, hopefully around 600 wheel horsepower. But, you know, we'll see. Alright guys, so I'm going to finish this up. I'll be right back. Peace. Alright guys, hold up. Alright guys, officially ready for the dyno. Air temperature sensor is in there. New coupler. All my heat protection is basically done except for the heat wrap on the downpipe, but I'm going to do that after the dyno. And I'm going to put the turbo blanket after the dyno to make sure my oil return underneath the turbo is not leaking like under like high oil pressure, you know, because, you know, things idling and, you know, under like, you know, wide open throttle and full boost is a little different. Oil pressure definitely goes up. So you know, I just got to make sure, you know, that gasket is not leaking like on the dyno. If it is, I'll fix it, and then after I fix it, I'll put the turbo blanket on after the tune, and also as well as the wrap on the downpipe that's gonna get wrapped, like I said, up to here after the tune. And everything else is looking pretty much on point. So yeah, she's dyno ready, guys. So, and also gold reflective tape this pipe. I mean, it's not the prettiest look, but you know, I'm trying to just make sure this doesn't get super hot. You know, this is the charge pipe that goes into the intake manifold. I don't want it to get too hot, so just basically wrapped it from here to just where the blow valve is, just right there, so you can see. So it's not too much. I didn't go all the way, you know, honestly there's really no point. I mean, none of that is gonna get wrapped down there, so I don't want to go all the way down. So it's a lot of work, and honestly I don't really think it's gonna make that much of a difference. So it's just right here because the radiator hose does rest against the pipe a little bit. So yeah, other than that, we're good. Alright guys, so like I said, next video you'll see this thing loading up on the dyno, and hopefully it makes some power. Hopefully it doesn't blow. We'll see what happens, you know. I mean, anything can happen, you know. So alright guys, till next time, peace.